Okay, TLDR. I don't wanna watch this fucking video, Astini. What do you wanna say? Trend is fucking good. You can scout exits of the base. In past, going high ground was bad. Too much risk. You could easily take control of two cliffs, lock enemy in base. Enemies would go out of the high ground because they're not getting anything in base. And you'd see them. Now, they have more ways of going out. So, a hero like this is good. 30 minutes saved from your life, bro. Yeah. Or you just watch and learn more. Hi guys, Astini here. I'm foreign party coach. I'm gonna use this replay to explain. New meta just dropped. Maybe going high ground is not that bad. It was really stupid to go high ground in the past. I'm gonna show you guys. And I'm gonna talk about like how was meta the entire last year, how Bat Boom was farming, people were scouting. Now maybe you can use scouting to go high ground. There are more comeback mechanics. Do you know this by reading the patch? Do you know this or you don't know this? But this replay we're gonna watch in like 20 minutes, guys. Because there's so much history of Dota to tell you guys. Going high ground is fucking stupid. And Team Spirit, the fucking geniuses of late game. They're fucking geniuses. What they do, they just don't go high ground. And they wait till you're gonna lose your patience. The last man that loses his patience wins the game. First one that gets bored loses the game. This game felt like a free win to Gladiators, right? And then it's like, I don't know. Spirit, they're just genius. They're so fucking good. But basically, I'd say you didn't need to brute force high ground. You could always take more from map when you're not trying to push high ground. Here they're like 18k ahead and they not trying to push high ground. Now the carry's dead. He has no buy. Sure, you might as well take a Rex. Why you might as well take a Rex? Because taking Rex doesn't change anything to the game, boys. I'm really sorry to say. It's not worth changing, like trading one support for a set of Rex. But Astini! I saw Bulldog, the Rat Total King. He's selling his rank for 70k euros. How is not taking barracks good? This guy was king of Rat Total. He was taking barracks. Guys, 10 years ago, there were no talent trees. There were no shards. Some hero had agonies. You had to figure out which ones had, which ones didn't have. Heroes went only to 25 level. There were no facets. There were no neutral slots. There were no TP slots. You didn't get wards for free. You didn't. Basically, heroes have been buffed on the last 10 years, and creeps have not been buffed. Especially the mega creeps. Mega creeps are fucking trash. They don't change any shit into the game. They change 1% that, oh, maybe it's a bit harder to fix a wave. But nowadays, guys, 90% of Dota heroes, they have really good clear wave. So you don't care. Oh, you're a warlock. You throw like Fatal Bones. You know, Fatal Bones, they're gonna make like some, I don't know, some imps are gonna come out. You're a warlock, shoving waves with Fatal Bones, with upheaval. Where the fuck is upheaval? Here's upheaval. I don't know. Lots of shit will happen. X, he's gonna battle hunger everyone out of the blue. Zarda's gonna create a puddle. I don't know. Anyway, so many more clear wave mechanics in Dota 2. So taking mega creeps not that easy anymore. Like there's more mobility, more places to TP. Just not worth, guys. You don't gain the advantage enough to the risk that you're taking. So just keep taking everything from map. And this replay, like now it's gonna be an overextend that ends up good on Gladiators, and guys gonna tell, oh, it was actually good to fight more, get kills. If they're chilling, usually their lead is growing. That's what usually is happening. There are some exceptions, and you guys gonna be like, oh, but now X died, this is exception, oh no. Usually, guys, you need to go like statistically. Going high ground is most of the times really bad decision. You should take everything from map, especially if you have catch. You have like 1 BKB control, 2 BKB control, 3 BKB control, this good catch. You can force enemies into their base, and then you farm all their map. And if they try to go out, you have a lot of catch. And here in past, and it's what has changed, and I'm gonna talk about this. This was not in the game, right? This is a replay bug. And this was a bit different. I'm gonna show what teams could do to lock you. Definitely Gladiators did not do this. That's why they lose. Basically, you're gonna see how much Gladiators is brute forcing high ground without necessity. Like, you shouldn't expose 2-3 heroes here. No way. You can still force heroes back. You can still slow siege. But no, playing like this is just insanely bad. Anyways, what you're gonna notice also is how smooth Spirit takes high grounds. So, again, brute forcing from Gladiators. Look how smooth it is. 2 heroes dead. Hero dead, no buyback. You have info. You just go and you just take. Sure, it's for free. I'm not saying it's bad to have megas. It's just like, it's zero committal here. Zero commit. Zero commit sounds really good. Why not? It's objective. Zero commit, you go, you take a bounty. It's also as good as taking high ground. Taking 2 bounties, as good as taking one side. Trust me. Or don't trust me. I don't care. This replay is gonna get really long, so I'm gonna Omega fast forward. They try to go high. And look. It's always smooth for Spirit. It's smooth. 0 fort. Heroes dead. Omega is smooth. So that's the difference of like TI winning, not TI winning. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Gladiators by like, oh, not TI winning. Those guys, they want so fucking much. They are way better than me. I'm a fucking joke. Like, no joke. I have full respect for these guys. For sure, they are way better than me. But here, maybe pressure, something. Or it's just one concept. It's just like me being extra disciplined guy, and sometimes discipline don't win tournaments. I don't know. But then Spirit just ends the game without like... They never force high ground, 65 minutes. I can show some examples of like how you would lock someone in base. This is a screen, so I'll make sure I don't show nicknames, even if it's something like from 1 year ago. I hope people don't mind. That is just like showing an example of like how it works when you lock enemy in base. You get net worth advantage when you lock enemy in base. You have like 2 simple wards. They cannot exit from base. And your net worth is just growing over and over and over. To recap concepts. Don't brute force high ground. Lock enemies on their base. Get way more advantage until eventually they will go down high ground because they need to fight for it, right? And I'll tell the next step from learning this is you learn it's easier to defend one of the 2 cliffs than to just be locked at base. And good teams, what they'll do, they'll defend their cliffs because they don't want to be locked at base. So there's only one thing you can do, and this one thing is defend your cliff. Because if you're locked at base, you're fucked. I mean, probably Heroic, they would not lock us at base. They would just be stressed and go high ground and throw the game. But still, we're doing what I believe here was the right thing to defend this cliff. Here, also, we understand a fight around this cliff is the best you can get against Morphling Aegis. It's fun that this became like a casual video on like how disciplined extreme they were about cliffs. I mean, I guess they got the discipline after this game because, yeah, that was their Riyadh Esports World Cup elimination, and it's just basically we understanding that we should protect this cliff, right? I mean, I would be really hard on teams if I say, oh, everyone understands this, and I would be simplifying too much because I even think like teams, they kind of fighting their own lack of discipline. They do fuck ups in game and then they kind of realize, I should stop doing fuck ups. But deep down, they would agree with me. So this is one example of game, like Falcons playing us. Back in time, it was us, right? Parry. And they just getting massive lead into the game. Massive lead. They have full map control. It's really good for them. You see, their net worth lead is just growing more and more and more. 18k, 19k, 19k, 20k, 21k. Oh, Astini, it was good to go high ground. They got 2k here. 22k, 24k. You see, getting a Tormentor is better. Oh, but the waves, they're shoving. The waves, waves, mega creeps. Mega creeps. 23k ahead. I have Aegis. Let's use, guys. I have Aegis. Let's use. I love this phrase. Let's use, like, let's just die. Oh, they're even more ahead. Going high ground, guys. More 2k advantage. But what happens when they don't go? Wait. Oh, so eventually, you end up throwing a lot. So it's basically saying I'm gonna throw the dice, guys. The dice has 6 sides. 1 to 5, I win. Okay? And when I win, you pay me $50. Okay? $50. But if I lose, I need to pay you $10,000. And imagine, I keep throwing the dice because I feel like most times I'm winning. 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 times I'm fucking winning. It's so fucking good to throw the dice. But guys, one time I fucking lose, I'm gonna lose it for like worth of 100 times that I'm winning. It's just odds. It's just math. It's just stats. Some things are not worth. So is it worth to do something that you're increasing 2k lead when you're already 21, when you just don't go high ground and you also increase 2k lead? Or something that you're gonna eventually throw 9k lead, 10k lead, 20k lead. The game. The only good fight that Radiant can take is inside the base. So why go inside Radiant base? Again, sorry if it's making you guys crazy so fast it is, but it's just look at net worth when you're not going enemy base. Just don't go. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Now, team that has Aegis is slowly regaining some lit. It's fine. Slowly regaining lit. You regain like 6k during Aegis. Until the most patient men, they usually win. You're 17k ahead now. There's one guy out of base. Other guy jumps out of base. But Astini, it's about the Lotus, the interaction, the animation, the event changed the Lotus, and it is like this. This is the most patient man winning by fighting on their vision, protecting this exit of the base. In this case, Parry should fight on this exit if they want to use this exit, right? And eventually, Parry wants to go out of base again. And then you gain like 30k lit because you locked enemy in base. TLDR, you lock enemy in base, you get 30k lit because enemy is gonna get impatient by getting like 1k out farm per minute. It was like this. Maybe it's not like this anymore. It's where I want to get. I do long videos, guys. I'm sorry. I cannot be short. Like, maybe someone is telling, oh, this guy is so annoying. I wouldn't want this guy as coach. He wants to over-explain every single shit. So he wants to tell me history of Dota. Fuck this guy. Fuck history of Dota. I just want to learn how to climb MMR. What the fuck? Stop theory crafting all the shit. Not even the teams that are playing, they agree with this. They don't notice that they shouldn't go high ground. Kind of everyone besides Spirit. Spirit, they're the kings of patience. Sometimes they also go high ground when they shouldn't. But they kind of kings of patience. Emo. And if you watch them, you're kind of gonna realize this. Because they get Aegis, and they know Aegis means I get more out of map. And it's fine. They're not in a rush. You know what I used to tell Brazilian teams? We were always playing like against Peruvian teams. And I would say, guys, don't worry. They need to pay the LAN Café by the hour. We don't. And like Team Spirit, maybe they don't have smokers in the team. They don't need to pay the LAN Café. So they're not much in a rush. So this first time that they go near high ground, when a hero's dead, I'm overextend. Not good still. Even the kings of not going high ground. Maybe you can say they trade for a buyback. I don't know. But that's where, when I say you do the mistake once in the game and you're kind of like, maybe locking enemy in base is the best. Look. Just summons hitting. Throw the snake. Just summons and the snake. Storm will appear bottom. Then it's like, there's no reason not to get a fucking free kill. But still, they got a free kill. And nothing beats the patient man. Oh, they took cracks. Did they? Or did the creeps take? Because they learned. Let's not take unnecessary risks. Not worth. We control the map. We out farm. Till what happens? Enemy runs out of patience. They run at you. How do you finish game? How do you close game? Now Storm has no buyback. They know. This guy just uses... When you do 3-4 diebacks on the enemy, you see? You don't need to kill the Tron. You just need to threaten. You win by patience. By having your summons hitting. This is how you win game. Okay. I guess kind of enough of talking about the past. I just wanna say how the meta works, at least in my mind. What is meta? Is there any meta? Do Bet Boom even know about what I feel about their meta? Maybe they don't. I don't know. It's just me. Voices in my head, you know? So what happened on the voices in my head? Bet Boom. The best team at farming, the best team at hitting creeps. They were so damn good at hitting creeps. So damn good. And they won the first tournament of the season by hitting creeps. Okay? This is like what I consider the real first tournament after the season, to be honest. Maybe you can even say it was Falcons. Okay. For me, I had the feeling this was the first LAN. Okay, they won. Bad Boom won the first LAN of the season, right? Or the first studio. The first tournament that was not remote. That's what stuck in my hand by just out-farming everyone. And then, what happens? You can see, Bad Boom. They have like Morphling, really strong condition. They were playing Doom offlane and just like out-farming everyone. They had really greedy drafts. That's what I can tell. Magnus, greedy. Maybe here with Alk, you cannot say it's a greedy, but here. Morph, Naga Doom. Like Morph Doom wants to farm, Naga just wants to delay the game. They were playing really greedy drafts. Then Bangkok came. And what could you do against those really greedy drafts? You could threaten their farm. So then it starts to get interesting to have some nicks. So you can threaten them. If they're split on the map farming, what starts in my mind winning a lot is threatening these farms, which becomes the meta. Teams want to farm, you want to threaten. Nicks, Nicks, Nick, Slark. Not the Slark scary, guys. Slark 4 was not a thing here. Clock. And then I still think this was kind of like evolution of the meta where Bounty Hunter pop off. And then you had Bounty Hunter, you had Bounty Hunter. You had Bounty Hunter being banned, and then you see some Riki coming off, Bounty Hunter, Riki. The teams that had the 4 scouting tool, they start to win tournaments. The Bounty Hunter, the clocks. And then it was kind of gone, right? We tried with Slark 4, kind of won us some games. But okay, enough talking about the past. Enough talking about what I believe was some evolution of meta of like Bat Boom being have farmers to I don't want to allow you to farm all the corners of the map. I want to see your heroes farming. Let's scout to why now? I think it's not farming meta, but I think actually scouting will help you go high ground. Is going high ground suddenly good, guys? Has something changed with the mega creeps? No. Has something changed with creeps? A bit. It's gonna be harder to clear them with the magic. So yeah, it's buff to the creeps. Buff to the creeps, it's interesting. But I think the biggest change is it's harder to lock the enemy base. Why? Because the streams, the rivers, they've changed a bit. The exits of the base. Also the watchers. So if you're ahead in the game, eventually you would get all watchers, and this would give you massive vision in the game. But now it gives you less vision, so it's harder to lock enemy base, and all what it has to do with having a scout hero. Let's see. Na'Vi, they have a draft without tower damage. I mean, they have tier 1 damage with Jakiro, so you could maybe argue they have an issue, they just have Roche Taker. Maybe yes, maybe no, but you're saying it's good to go high ground, so they don't have a hero to hit towers, so it's a bad draft. No, maybe it's a good draft to lock the enemy in base. Let's see what will happen, and what for me is amazing and very interesting. So they want to lock enemy in base. You see, that's the best high ground siege ever. I'm gonna show you guys this. This is the best high ground siege you're gonna ever see in your life. Best high ground siege you ever see in your life. This, look. It's ongoing. Watch and learn, guys. Watch and learn. That's the best high ground siege you can ever see. You're not exposing any hero, you're forcing enemy out of their base. Okay, has nothing to do with what I wanted to say. But still. Hard to lock them in base, right, guys? Because you set a word here, but eventually they'll go out of here. Hard game, guys. Oh no, boys! Enemy just took one side. It's over. It's over for Na'Vi. Give the Bulldog ring to those guys. They just took one side. Oh, nothing changed, boys. No. Nothing fucking changed. So, I have a word here. I can lock them in base, maybe. Let's see. But they're like, guys, maybe we should control here. Maybe we should lock them in base. Or, look at this shit. This hero. Eyes in the forest. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is this. They have vision because of this. So this hero is actually allowing them, not really here, to control more exits from the base. So this hero can be meta. So position 4s with vision or position 5 or I don't care can become meta. So at the end, they have a draft that cannot hit towers at all unless everyone's dead. How can you guarantee that everyone is dead on this meta? Maybe you need a hero like this to relock enemy base. Maybe it's harder to control this and control that. I had a lot of examples of teams controlling both cliffs, but it would get so much massive. I hope you guys really learned something. There's a lot of topics that I might mix them all here, so I'm gonna sum up a bit of the things that I talk about. Dota has a bit more of comebacks mechanics. Why? Because it's easier to leave your base. Less watchers, more ways out. It's not so easy to scout all those exits. In past, you could control 2 cliffs and you would lock enemy in base. Right now, not as simple as this. A team that in the past was really good at farming all the map was Bat Boom. And then those heroes, they start showing up. Some Nicks, Clock, Even Slark for crazy invention. Not that I had, like I kind of pushed for this invention, but it's I saw other players playing. It's not like me out of the blue. And Monkey 4. So you have like a lot of heroes that they kind of became meta because of Vision, Bounty Hunter, Ricky. But it was mostly because it would mean you'd actually outfarm the enemy. Now, it actually can give you advantage when you have Aegis to really lock them in base, not to just trade the 50-50 farm. So this might be the part that I didn't get so deep down, is those vision heroes, they would guarantee that you're slowly building more advantage just by getting like a 60-40 out of the map. And now those heroes, they might be the only heroes that are gonna guarantee you take like the 90 to 10% where you actually full lock enemy at base. So those heroes will actually help you win games, like really close games. And you still gonna really close games, in my opinion, not by brute forcing high ground. You always will go high ground by enemy leaving their ground. And those are heroes that might help you. This is really outdated, by the way, guys. It's just like, you need to figure out how you're gonna build your draft. And for me, this patch was amazing because it makes me think a lot about the game. And thinking a lot about the game is fun. I think that's what is fun about the game, theory crafting. So leave your theories on the comments. Yeah, don't be too hard on me, because guys, it's like half an hour to talk about like 1 year of Dota, or like I talk about 4 months, to be honest. And there's a lot of things that I would love to talk more with you guys. For this, I need your feedback, I need your subscription, I need your like. Okay, thank you so much.